I'm Janae Rolette, Director and Fellow Consultant with the Pampered Chef. I am here today to tell you how I earned the Disneyland trip with what I like to call the 1250 concept. Okay, so what I did was based on $1,250 in sales, which is what a new consultant is agreeing to submitting when they sign the new consultant agreement. I sat down and I did two calculations of what they would earn in their first 30 days. So I used two calculations because I did one based on the large kit and one based on the value of the small kit. During my host coaching, I share with my hosts how they can earn lots of free products by hosting a $1,250 show. When they have a $1,250 show, you know that the free product value is $265. Well, when they purchase the kit, the large kit, for example, is valued at $590. So I added the $590 to the $265, and then because they submitted $1,250 in their first 90 days, then they would receive 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So I added that as well. The commission on the $1,250 is $287.50. So I added that number, and I came up with $1,242.50. Now, if you deduct the cost of the large kit, which is $159, then you're going to have a total of $1,083.50. But then you have to add whatever the new consultant incentive is for the month that they sign. So this month it is the Deep Cover Baker dinner set, or 100 Pampered Chef dollars. So you would add an additional $100 to $119 to the $1,083.50. So they're going to earn right around $1,250 in free products and cash by hosting a $1,250 show and signing on as a consultant. And so I show this to every single host. I put it in their host packet, I mention it during host coaching, and I also do it as a part of my show. For example, I take the flyer that I will post for you all on our webpage, on our Facebook page, so you'll have a copy of it as well. But I take that flyer and I put it on the back of my lap boards. So when I'm talking about hosting, I show all the guests how they too can earn $1,250 in products and cash by hosting a $1,250 show. And so every host that I had last year who had a $1,000 or more show, I encouraged them to become consultants, and they signed up and they go. And if it was a show that was short the $1,250, some of them volunteered to do catalog shows to get the extra $200. Some of them I just was able to gather the $200 and $250 extra in orders myself. But whatever it took to get them to that qualified status is what I did when they had a show that was at least $1,000. By doing this, I was able to recruit and qualify 13 people last year. So you do the math, the 3,000 times 13 is what I was able to earn in just recruiting points in order to get me to Disneyland level 2 is what I earned. So I said that I was going to do it again this year. And so what I've done is I've taken the flyer and I've put it on the back of my lap board, and I think I may have mentioned that already, and I'm sure to mention it to each one of them. And I speak about it during recruiting, and any opportunity I have to talk about either hosting or recruiting, I mention how very easy it is for them to become a consultant and earn lots of free products and earn cash in their first 30 days. So that's my goal, to share with them and encourage them to join. Now, there are some pitfalls or cons, if you want, pros and cons to this whole thing. The pros obviously are you earn your recruiting incentive points, and you can earn lots of points really, really quick, and you can earn the trip. Okay. But the cons, and you have to ask yourself whether or not it's worth the sacrifice to you. And one of those is that the new consultant earns the commission for the show. So I don't have a problem doing that, because everybody that I recruit, I do a grand opening show for them anyway, and they get the commission for their grand opening show, regardless of whether it's a $200 show or it's a $1,250 show. So that's not a concern. That's not an issue for me. Also, my husband and I, we sat down and we did the math of the commission that they earned, that I would have earned, and the trade-off and the trip and all of that. And it was just so much more, in my opinion, worth it to make that sacrifice. Okay, so that's one sacrifice that you make. One of the negatives. Another negative may be that they decide that they don't want to be a consultant, or they really don't want to be a consultant. They're just doing it for the free products. So again, that's something that you have to decide if it's worth it to you. Because my thought process was, if they sign up and they see how much they can make and how many free products they get, then they'll be motivated to stay. Some of them did stay, some of them didn't. But again, what is it worth to you? I want to say that's pretty much the only two things that I consider to be negative. There was another pro to the whole situation, and that is that I came into 2015 with 10 qualified recruits towards my Excellence Award. So I only need 5 more recruits, and before I will be achieving the Excellence Award for the first time as well. So again, there's pros, there's cons, but there's pros and cons to anything, and you have to weigh it and decide whether or not it's worth it to you. And like I said, I would be posting on our Facebook page both 1250 calculations with the large kit and also with the small kit. They are in a Word format, and at the bottom of them they have a little box there for you all, just to remind you as the consultant not to forget the monthly new consultant incentive. This month is the Deep Cover Baker dinner set, or 100 Pampered Chef dollars. And also that the $265, the free product number, that number doubles in January and June, because that's when we have the double free product value. And that's when you can get the most recruits, because when that doubles from 265 to 530, everybody wants to do it whose show is even close. They want to do the 1250 concept. So in January of last year, I had 3 consultants sign. I think I had 3 consultants sign in July as well, just because it was the double free product month. So that's an opportunity for you to get lots of trip incentive points. So that's the 1250 concept. And if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to message me, or you can post them in our Facebook group, and I'll do my best to answer them.